Hello everyone, this is Senchou Chanaka and I brought you another inspirational willpower video today. This one's going to be a little tough pill for me to swallow and bring out because it's going to be a little personal. But I want you guys to hear it because it's really pushed me and it's really helped me, and yes, these are actual tears in my eyes because like I said, it's pushed me. So I wanted to bring it guys to you, so like, comment down below, sub, hit the bell, and follow me on Twitch as Senchou Chanaka. One of the biggest moments I had today was yesterday I made a sale. You know, not something I haven't done before, but it set something. It caused me to have to do something, and I realized today that I'm almost out of something. And when I went to go do something today, such an ordinary action, it triggered a PTSD moment in me because it brought me right back to a place in time where I was really not. I'm not sure we were gonna see the next day, and that feeling, the motions, the physical body sensations, the thoughts that go through your head, it was all just slap, copy, and paste of that day, and it threw me back to it. And I wanted to discuss it. Wasn't always in a place like this. You know, rent, lights, water, utilities. I love you, AC. Anyway, but the point of it is, I didn't have all that at one point, and there was one time where bar soap was deodorant. Home was a motel off the side of the road. Highway. You had honey buns and the Quiznos bread because the lady at Quiznos liked mom. They were friends. We had two cats because one was like an emotional cat like an emotional needs cat. I really bonded with that cat and she would help me out with my anxiety, hyperventilating. She served a lot of purposes. And even had a doctor's note. But the motel was like, I don't care. I'd refuse money. So, like, we hid the cat. We didn't give a fuck. We hid it. The two cats, actually. Danny and Samantha. In the bathroom. We let them out when I was around because I could watch Samantha personally. But Danny was a little wild. She had free range of the bathroom, though. Countertop and everything. Even though Mom hated the counters touched. Ah, paw marks on my counters! But that was just what we had to do. Channel 13 was porn, bad porn at that. We had a place to keep our heads dry, and we lived the fight on another day. Bar soap was deodorant. I remember the first time I had made some money working with somebody, and all I did was take drywall from one place and move it to another, so they could break it up and then do what they had to do with it, whatever. Guess it was the throwaway drywall pieces, like chunks. But hey, it was a big ass pile. I took about 45 minutes because I was so angry and so enraged and so full of willpower to just change my surroundings. I was so, in a way, I also happy that my surroundings finally did change because I wasn't staring at the wall of that motel and I wasn't having to skip past. I was like 9, 10 years old. I didn't want to see Channel 13. It was weird to me, so I just bloop, 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 bloop. Every time I got to 8, 9, I would go 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'd just go right to 14, 15, which is the movie channels. Why did they keep the movie channel next to the porn? I'll never know. Anyway. And then I'd wait all day. Take my rollerblades, go little rollerblade in the parking lot there. Wait till Mom came home. I'd go, ooh, is there any bread today? She'd go, no, the lady couldn't slide me any today. But I did pick up the honey buns. Food stamps came in. It was like, oh, yes. So we couldn't go food stamp shopping because we couldn't make it to a store. So we had to literally ration out a decent amount of food stamps at the time and use it as a handy way. It was a living. We lived. We had dry roof over our head. We had running water in the bathroom. Not good water, but running. We had handy-away food in our mouth. And handy-away Polar Pops. AKA, back then, it was just drinks. Foam cups and drinks. They didn't really call them Polar Pops in the Tennessee. That's how shit was. For us, at least, at that point. So, like I said, when I came home that day, and I said, Mom, can you take me to the Handyway? Because it was one of those Handyways, like gas stations that sell not just food, but like deodorant, toilet paper, cleaning product, like bleach and stuff like that. One of those kind of stores with a Quiznos in it, next to it, kind of thing. It was back when those first started, I guess, in Tennessee. I don't know. It's back in 2009, 10, I think. Maybe 2008. 2008, 9, or 10. No. Way before that. 2006, 7, 8. Yeah, because I moved back to Florida in 2010. So, yeah. 6, 7, 8. One of those years. And I think it's more 7 or 8. Yeah, more 7 or 8. I was 9. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments if you can do the math. I'm 25 now. Turning 26 September. So, point of it is, I went to the store. We walked there. She was like, you stink. I was like, I'm almost out of deodorant. I'm basically just scraping it with a toothpick and trying to see if I can get the little pieces to melt. She laughed her ass off with that. I don't know why. I guess it was the first time she laughed that day. She said, I don't mean to laugh, but that is funny, boo-boo. And I was like, I'm determined. So, like, we got to the store. I didn't care what type it was, but I took a minute. You know, I earned this. I worked hard, and I stink. But even though I stink, I didn't care. I took a minute. Looked around. Saw the color. I didn't really care about the scent because they were all scents I really didn't like too much, but I saw the color of the stick. I was like, you know what? If I can't pick anything, I'm at least going to pick the favorite freaking color I like. Picked the green stick. And I went into the bathroom. And this is what I literally did too. My shirt stank. There's nothing I can do about that. Except I took some of the hand soap. Took the shirt to the sink. Washed that, one armpit. Washed the other one inside out. And even though it was wet, I didn't care. It was a hot day that day in Tennessee. I put the shirt back on. Felt good as hell. You know what it's like in 90-degree weather and you are frying like a fish on a pan with no oil? I took some of that moisture from the shirt and I wringed it out so it wasn't dripping wet. So it was just like a soaked shirt. So it felt pretty good actually. Dried up pretty quick on the way home too. Before we even got home, it dried up. Love the sun. Best dryer in the world. And funny thing happened. I washed my armpits before I put the shirt back on so I could then go apply the deodorant and not stink. And you know what? My mom said, you don't stink right now. How did you do that? I said, I just cleaned up the area. Cleaned up the area touched. Both front and back because it seeps through. And I know it can't get rid of all of it, but I know the deodorant is pretty strong. So what I did was, see, a little trade secret. Not only did I put the deodorant on myself, I took the shirt before I put it on, and I took the area where it would touch my armpit directly, and I rubbed that with deodorant, and then I rubbed this area with deodorant because it seeped through. You got area on stink right here, A, stink right here, B, and stink right here, C. You kind of gotta put deodorant on areas A, B, and C. Both sides, too. You can't just do one side of the record, you gotta do both sides of the tape. I know it's weird, but that was my life. That was literally what I lived. And everyone has their own version of life. Everyone has their own trials they go through. Everyone has their own battles to fight. Now, then, and still today. My message is don't give up. Because as that young boy buying deodorant at a Handyway after working one day, he has been working a lot his entire life, either on himself or on his surroundings to improve himself or protect others or protect himself. And now that man who has looked back on his past bought deodorant today and wanted to cry. A simple action today brought back a trigger of a PTSD moment. I wanted to bawl my eyes out, and I actually kind of did in a little bit. I did a little bit, which is why you saw me wipe my eyes in the video. It's one of those things where you don't realize how far you've come because you've gotten so much better. You don't recognize your own handiwork until you take a minute and you see something that really triggers the memory and you're like, I remember that. It's just something that can't help. And I wanted to share it with you guys. As much as it makes me look weird, as much as it may sound comical, as much as it makes you want to go, ha ha, like that guy off Simpsons. Or emotional damage, like Stephen He. Go shout out to him, go check him out, go sub to him too, man. I'm telling you. Awesome comedian. And if you want to get super strong, like Super Saiyan Paul, go hit him up. Level up DM in his DMs. DM level up. He'll give you a bunch of great tips on how to get stronger. I've taken them, and I'm getting stronger. Gave me the courage to start Let's Playing. If you want to start playing games and you want to see how you would be on the camera, hell, I'm using my phone right now. It's all I use for my videos. It's my phone. A phone and my stand. Phone stand. If it was a JoJo stand, that'd be amazing. Basic, plain, but powerful. Stand name. Phone stand. So, like, oh man, I just figured I'd let you guys see this side of me. The side of me that's not always so, yeah, and ready to just Daxter everything through life. Sometimes we're all little Jack. Sometimes we're all that little kid in the tomb saying, nope, this child's too young to face the test. And he's so wobbling, like Daxter, he looks like a fuzzy maraca. So, I mean, life's not always powerful and empowering moments. Sometimes life is beat you down to the very base of your roots moments, and sometimes it'll try to pluck the roots, and just like a stubborn weed in the ground that are attached to the rocks beneath our feet, who do not recall. Well, it's been a long ass time, so kind of wouldn't remember. But anyway, point of it is, when they try to pull your roots, you have to be stubborn enough to let the leaf break so they'll never get the root. They can't even dig to find the root anymore. But rocks faced such a fire before they were the strength beneath our feet. The plants faced and climbed vast monoliths before they took root and to give us the shelter today. The winds had to go through such strong temperatures and harsh conditions before they knew how to blow gentle and calm to give us the breeze we know today. There are plenty of things that had to have go through trials, tough times, things that broke it and reshaped it, things that after reshaping they had to learn what they used to be and coexist with what they are. This is life, and this is what we do. We are survivors. I say we live on long after this place goes. So stay strong. Get wise. Always improve your limits. And always support the person next to you who is doing the very same steps you once did. Because their journey is not going to get any easier just like yours. But they will get better, just like you did. And wouldn't you at least want to have healthy competition rather than toxic competition around? And wouldn't you feel good at least knowing that you helped spur that on? Even a little bit? Even a 0.01%? I at least feel good. Well, I think that's enough for today. This has been Senchou Chanaka. Remember to like, comment down below, sub, hit the bell, and follow me on Twitch at Senchou Chanaka. I love you guys, and stay willful, stay rebellious. Most of all, stay safe. Don't slow down, get better, folks. Peace. Bye.